Hello and welcome to the Powerful Marketing Tips podcast. Today we talk about something that is on everybody's mind right now. It's AI. So more specifically, we will talk how can you start using AI in marketing without feeling overwhelmed or lost.
Yeah, I feel like many marketers are tempted by this idea, like they want to start using it, but it can feel very overwhelming and not knowing where to start, or maybe even feeling like, oh, I'm so behind, because I don't know if you have seen, but I have seen so many like AI influencers who share amazing tips. And then if you haven't even maybe started on the journey, then it may feel like it's too complicated and too confusing, but it doesn't have to be. It can actually be a helpful thing.
Yeah, and that's why we are here today. And also inside our Powerful Marketers Hub, we have built a 4-week AI marketing challenge that anyone can join completely free. And in today's episode, we will, of course, walk you through exactly what it is, how it works, and how you can join us. So let's go, Laura.
Let's go. So I am sharing my screen, and inside Above Marketers Hub, which is a place for marketers and business owners to connect and share experiences, we have different rooms. So today I am in the AI for Marketers room, and we have a few materials here prepared, which is the 4-week challenge that you described. And first off, why and where should I use AI? This is here just to give you some inspiration, because I feel like many marketers haven't really started thinking broad enough. They feel like maybe AI is only for one small thing, but essentially AI can really help you with almost anything. But again, I feel like many marketers maybe have had like a bad experience, tested something and said, oh, it was such a bad like output. But I think that you have to approach AI as if you approach a new employee or a new assistant. If someone, comes to you on the first day and then you tell them, okay, write me a blog post, nothing else. What will they write about? Like no context whatsoever. They don't know about the target audience. They don't know how long the blog post should be. They don't know what are like the key core messages that you usually share and so on. So of course the output will be bad. And it's the same with AI. So first of all, here it's all about being inspired about what AI can do for you. And then in the next steps, we will get more into detail about how you can put AI into work.
And one thing that I really need to add is that you don't need any technical background to use AI, because people often feel like, oh my God, it's not for me. You don't need, this background, and you just need to follow one small step each week, like we teach that. And of course, you don't have to do it alone. We guide you through everything here in today's podcast, but also if you join the hub, you can see it very clearly that it's rather easy, I promise you.
Yeah, and we are not like some AI experts. We haven't like taken any official trainings and so on, but it's all about practicing and testing different tools, because the world of AI is developing so rapidly. It's like the .com bubble that was, when the internet came, and it's looking back, everyone is like, oh, did I miss my chance and so on. Right now we are in the AI bubble, so-called. Yeah. So if you don't start and you think that it's going to go away, then I don't think it's going to go away, but it's about really trying to find the tools that work for you and understanding how AI can really help you and not replace you, which is also, I think, a big fear for many.
That's true. So let's see how we can test, learn.
Let's see. So just some examples what you can do with AI. Of course, repurposing content is the easiest, turning long videos into short form clips or blog posts or social captions. AI is really good with writing text and capturing like those small moments if you give them enough input. So if you give like a long document or a long video, then they have enough material to take those little snippets. You can also use AI as a brainstorming partner, which I know that Mari-Liis, you do a lot.
Yeah, I love brainstorming with it, because sometimes it has great ideas, but oftentimes I'm challenging AI as well. I'm telling it that, why do you think like that? Because, I gave you this prompt, why don't you use that? And because sometimes it
forgets.
It forgets.
And messes up.
Yeah, so don't count on AI too much.
Yeah, and also one thing that I have heard is that AI can lie to you, saying that, for example, you will copy paste a link there, like go to that link and give me a summary. And I have tested it a few times, and sometimes it uses like completely different topic or completely different names. And this is because AI is lazy and it doesn't want to crawl those different websites. So it can say like, oh, yes, I read it and here's the summary. But if you want to be like, sure, then it's easier just to copy the full text and paste it to AI, and then it can work for you.
That's true. The way I'm playing around with it oftentimes when I'm brainstorming is that, okay, here are my thoughts, just give me some additional thoughts. And sometimes I'm squeezing it as much as possible. I'm like, okay, I don't like this. Try it one more time.
Yeah.
And then, okay, I'm more into this style. Give me a few more. So yeah, it's a lot of fun as well. But of course, it takes time.
That's true. But okay, creating presentations, I have done that as well, and we have also included some tips, what tools you can use. For example, Gamma is very good at it. Also, if you have a Canva Pro account, then they also have built-in AI there, which is very convenient. And I think that ChatGPT is probably the most common one. But also a good tip, if you are a Google user, then you can also use Google AI Studio. If you go to googleaistudio.com, I think that was the address. And you can test Google's like most powerful Gemini models there for free. So it's a good option. All of those AI providers, they are working very hard to become the best model. So they are developing all the time. It's like every week they have like a new thing coming out. And I think that as of right now, Gemini models are said that they are a bit better than ChatGPT. So if you tested something, I don't know, 2 months ago or 1 year ago and it wasn't what you expected, then you can just try again because they are developing so rapidly all the time. But moving on, you can create a lot of things with AI to take meeting notes, for example, even help building different spreadsheets. For example, Google Sheets has said that they now have this AI support. Analyzing data, creating visuals and graphics. In Canva, again, you can describe what you want and it will create it for you. You can even create videos. Google has a very good AI platform, which is a paid platform. But if you pay that money, then it's actually pretty realistic, like pretty comparable to actual footage.
And there is also a tool where you can turn your blog post into a video, right?
Yeah, and this is what we will also discuss. So, yeah, let's move on. Just one more final remark before I go to the next chapter. It's about generating code. AI is also very good at generating code, even if you don't know anything about code. Again, one example that I used for PowerPoint. I had a very specific task that I wanted to create, and I didn't think I was able to do it with just the PowerPoint tools. So I described my problem to ChatGPT, and then it generated a custom VBA code for me, like a macro code. And then I just followed the instructions, like where should I copy that code and how it works. And it was really easy, and it actually worked. Even if you're not a coder, it may be useful because you can just tweak some little things. But I think it all comes down to like prompting. So how you give good instructions to AI. Because if you don't give good input, you only get bad output.
And you need to control that, if it works based on your input. So again, don't just trust AI 100%.
Yeah, that's true. So we have put the C.R.A.F.T prompting method here. And C.R.A.F.T is just an acronym of different things to remember when you give AI prompts. So first of all, C is for context. So as if you were to explain it to your assistant or anybody who's, working for you, give them some context, like who is it for, what's the goal, like what's happening, what's the problem, what's the topic, and so on.
I love the example we have here, we are using. For example, my audience is time-strapped solopreneurs who need quick marketing wins.
Yeah.
It's quite specific, let's
exactly.
be honest.
It's better than just saying my audience is marketers. So next up, R is for role. I think this is something that many people forget because you should give AI instructions. How should they think? Yeah, like based on which position? Like, are they your audience member? Are they like an expert copywriter? Are they a videographer? Just give them the role and then they will think through that prism and you will get a much better result.
And the more specific, the better. For example, you are a senior content marketer writing for LinkedIn. So it's not just content marketer, it's senior.
Yeah, you are very experienced.
Yeah. So that's very good to use when you are putting that role or writing that prompt.
So next up we have A for action. So what do you want AI to do? So again, we have different verbs available. You don't just have to say write or do. It can be like summarize, explain, give me like a presentation outline. Be specific. What is the output that you want? For example, write an Instagram carousel.
That's very good.
Not just write an Instagram post. I want a carousel. I want like the text for the carousel. And then format, how many words, what's the tone, do I want to use emojis, do I have specific hashtags that have to be there, do I want it to be in bullet points or just paragraphs, do I want to use a call to action, and so on. And last but not least, target details. So again, making it more to your style. So either keep it short, keep it fun, keep it confident, keep it professional, informative, and so on. So just giving you a full prompt example using this model. For example, you are a content strategist for wellness coaches. So we are giving AI the role already and also some context. Write 5 Instagram captions for promoting a new online course. So very specific task that we are giving them. My audience is female entrepreneurs aged 30 to 45. Use a calm and confident tone, include emojis and hashtags, and keep each caption under 100 words.
That's very good. So remember, C.R.A.F.T. It's context, it's role, it's action, it's format, and target details. Very important.
Yes, and you can also copy this fill in the blank prompt template that we have made available inside the hub. So once you have mastered the craft of prompting, what's next? Now it's about putting it into use.
Let's do this.
Let's do this.
Because I never used AI. Tell me more.
So I think that another thing that many people overlook is that they just use this one ChatGPT window and then they ask different topics or like ask them to create or do different tasks. But actually how it works the best is if you create like those different, in ChatGPT it's called custom GPTs. So you only ask them to do one specific thing in that window and you train them to become very good at this one thing. Just like when you think of a person, you know, a marketer, you can't be an excellent strategist, designer, web developer, and so on. Although many people think that you should be, but actually you can train your AI to be like in one window to be the most amazing LinkedIn post writer, and in another window to create like blog posts and so on.
And you can save these different windows with different names, so it's easy to find them later on. This is how I use that.
Yeah, and how custom GPT works actually is we have also included instructions. It's quite simple to set it up. So you just have to go to ChatGPT, create the GPT, and then you will give all the like context about fulfilling that task, like who is your audience, what does the GPT have to do, what tone style, again, just that craft template that we went through. And then whenever you want to create or go through that workflow again, you just go to that window. So you have like many different custom GPTs working for you. And if you want to take it a step further, then you can automate it. You can try to connect different AI apps. For example, you can create workflows like whenever I get a new email, it will be sent to ChatGPT and it will already generate like a draft for a response. Or you can create, for example, repurpose blog content into social posts. So whenever you upload a new blog post to WordPress, then it can automatically create some drafts for social media and so on. So there are literally endless use cases, I think, that you can create. But it's all about really, first of all, having this clarity about what I want to achieve and then taking this time to set it up. Because I think that process can be a little bit complicated at first, but it's a learning curve. You have to learn. There are so many materials and people who have already done it, and you can follow what they have shared, and you can set it up, and you should just look at it as an investment. Taking this, 2 hours or 8 hours or even 20 hours right now, but saving so much time, like in the long run.
Months in the long run. And as said, you're not alone here. We can help you and guide you. So just ask, we are here.
Exactly. And if you are feeling a bit stressed right now, which I hope that you're not, then we have created this 4-week challenge, which guides you through this process step by step, like taking these very, very tiny and concrete steps towards testing different AI tools. So starting with this C.R.A.F.T prompt, so thinking through that C.R.A.F.T prompt and also creating your first custom GPT with that C.R.A.F.T prompt. Then testing an AI tool called Gamma, which is very good at creating those social media carousels, which are performing very well on LinkedIn right now. So again, very simple. It will create all the layout and everything for you. So just take a moment to test it. Week 3 is about repurposing a blog into a video with an app called Pictory.ai. And week 4 is you are already a pro, so you can take on the most complicated task, but I think it's also the most rewarding task. So automating a workflow and connecting like those different apps and testing out the possibilities there.
So if you want to follow now along and actually build these tools together with us, then go to the hub and use the keyword podcast. That gives you unrestricted access to everything just described for a whole month.
Yes.
So everything is ready for you and you don't need to figure it out your own. We are guiding you step by step, answering your questions and sharing all the templates and resources you need. So we really want to make this as simple as possible for everybody because we know we need AI, but oftentimes we are too afraid of starting using it.
Let's do it together. Work smarter, not harder.
Exactly. So thank you for joining with us today, and we'll hope to see you in the Powerful Marketers Hub.
Thank you. Bye.